look at the length. Oh, I had no idea my hair was so long. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look at my hair. Oh my, it's so long. This is what happens when you teach marching band. Marching band season just finished. It's just been non-stop. And then of course, among other things, it's just been crazy. I mean, look at this. This is, I don't know if you can really, look, you see it? That's a line right there. That's what marching band does to you. It's not as bad. Look, you can see that right there. That is what marching band does to you. We've been outside. There was no marching band last. There was a lot of teaching of like basic fundamentals. We got 8th graders in that didn't have a band, experience last year. So we had to teach them those things. And it's been crazy. We had a decent season, especially considering where we were at the beginning of the season. So I'm really proud of everything they've done thus far. But it was a challenge. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, it's Christmas time. We're doing this Pentatonix thing. Why? Because I feel like Pentatonix really is synonymous with Christmas. I think I said it last year, and it holds true 365 plus or minus a few days later. And I mean, yes, of course, there's other things. There's other Pentatonix things, which I really want to get to. We've done some in the past. We have some more planned in the future. So if there's anything that you want to see, leave it in the comments, because you guys know better than anybody. You guys know what Pentatonix has to offer. So you guys probably know what I'm going to appreciate before even I know what I'm going to appreciate. So I appreciate that. That's a lot of appreciation. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 12 Days of Christmas, which was recommended to me by somebody. I don't remember who it was. I apologize. But thanks so much for recommending this to me. I'm excited. This is a more recent video than I think what I'm used to covering. So I'm excited to see them later on in their careers. Before we get going, mandatory disclaimer, this is a reaction analysis video. I will be pausing the video, maybe speaking a little bit over while the video is playing, but I try to keep that to a minimum. So if you feel that that's something that's going to annoy you, not that you guys do, you guys are awesome, but other fan bases do, shall remain nameless. But if you feel like that might be something that might annoy you, probably best just to skip this one. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. This feels different. Like their title screen.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Beautiful.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
cool.
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
That's cool.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, that bass line.
On the 6th day
Oh,
of Christmas,
okay, hold
my
on.
true
I have to pause it here. I can't go into Kevin's beatboxing because then I just get distracted and I forget what previously came. Percussionist here, right? The one thing that I want to talk about before I get into it was something I'm not really used to hearing from Pentatonix. Unisons. Unisons are when more than one part play the same note. As usually when I hear Pentatonix, it's usually all harmonies. But here, I really like how they started off in a unison. Obviously, Scott came in, and then who was after? Was it Mitch? I think it was Mitch. When Mitch came in, he started in unison, and then they split off into harmony, which I think is really cool. I mean, I don't know how it's going to go on later on, but for now, it's a really cool way to separate each person's part. The first day of Christmas, second day of Christmas, third day. It's really nicely done creatively, in my opinion, because it helps solidify the different parts, if that makes sense. And is it just me? I mean, I don't mean to be mean or anything, but I've never really been a huge fan of this particular piece, but they just do something to it. I mean, it's the Pentatonix way, right? Like they just make things cool, right? I mean, is it just me? I don't know. Let's just keep going.
Love gave to me 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a swimming,
That is
6 geese a laying,
awesome.
5 golden rings.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
It feels like
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a
that's so
laying,
crazy.
4 calling birds, 3 French
Sounds
hens,
great.
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5
That's really cool.
rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Kevin, dude.
10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Dude, that's so high.
Pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear
Okay.
tree.
All right, okay, wait. All right. I just can't. There's just too much happening. There's a lot that you talk about. I mentioned at the beginning that I really enjoy the creativity, particularly in the way that they wrote this, in starting in the unison and then splitting off into harmony. But I did not expect them to, in each day, change the musical style. Like, that is brilliant, and it is beautiful, and I love it. Kevin is singing so high in that part. That just blew my mind. I knew he could sing, but these guys, man.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 ladies dancing, pipers piping,
9 drummers drumming,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds,
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a
They
partridge in
didn't
a pear
change
tree.
phrases anymore.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 lords a leaping,
11 ladies dancing, pipers piping,
9 drummers drumming,
8 maids a milking,
Look at the
7
changing
swans a swimming,
character.
6 geese a laying,
That was cool sequence.
4 calling birds,
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear tree. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to say right now, I just don't know where to start. They just continuously changed it up on me. They started in a way that I didn't hear, wasn't used to Pentatonix and unison. Beautifully done. And then they go descending from the numbers. I don't even know where it started. I was just so impressed. I wasn't living somewhere in 7, 8, 9, or 10, something like that. They would get to those numbers. Might have been 8. I'm not sure. But they would get to those numbers and they kind of came down in that style. There was some Latin there was just so much. I got whiplash. There was some Latin inspired section. There was a dance inspired section. There was a jazz inspired section. And then they would come down in these styles. And right there, I was like, oh my God, how do you even change that quickly? And then we got to the last descending phrase, and they changed every single number. It was like every measure. They changed styles, and Kevin was back there just nailing it. Oh, hey, feature editing me here. Hi, how are you? Can we just appreciate? I was so impressed by what the whole band was doing in switching musical styles every measure that I just completely forgot to mention. Percussionist here. How amazing it is that Kevin can just switch every measure into different drum set styles, musical styles, and he's not even a drummer. Okay, by this point, I think we need to give him honorary, professor of drum set from here on out, because wow. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Bye-bye. And not only were they changing styles in each number, but they were changing choreography in each number and the character. You know, we've started to talk about character a lot in the marching band world because it's become so much more performance based. Some groups don't even wear hats anymore. We call them shakos. Some groups don't even wear shakos anymore. So you see their faces. Character in their faces is very important, which is what these guys are doing so phenomenally well. Every measure. I mean, it's just insane and so appreciated. It just, like I said, gave me whiplash just seeing the change in it and everything. But it's so much fun, and at first I'm like, how can you do it that quickly? It seems so stressful, but once you get it, you get it. It reminds me of my time in dinner theater when the first couple of rehearsals, maybe the first week, performance week, you're like, oh my god, you're like reading the music, and if you're multi-perk, you're like, oh, hitting everything and jumping. You have like 25 different instruments around you. You're just trying to figure it out, but once you got it, it becomes so much fun because you know what's coming, you know what to do, you can switch really quickly and do things very quickly, and it just becomes a performance and it becomes so much fun. And I'm sure that's exactly what these guys do. I don't know, it's so impressive. I feel like I fawn over these guys every time I watch one of their videos. But it's so much fun. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking because that's enough of that. You guys, you don't need me to tell you how great they are. You guys already know. Thanks so much for stopping by. Like I said, we got more stuff coming up next year, so that'll be fun. I think we have one more video, Christmas video coming up, so be sure to keep a lookout for that one. As always, if you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description. I'm also working on something else. I think I'm going to do something a little bit easier for most people to do instead of the buy me a coffee and stuff like that. Maybe I'll come up with some donation thing if you guys want to help support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. It would help me put more content out, so I appreciate that. But other than that, thanks again, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.